think sometimes the taste of a packaged cake is very fun and reminiscent of childhood. And so I appreciate the packaged cake today. And we're going back to my childhood. Hey guys, I'm Gigi. Today we're doing ASMR with W Magazine. We're going to do a sonic tour of my life and career. Let's do it. My first modeling gig was for Baby Guess. And I was, I think, 2 or 3. And it was always like on the beach or somewhere that we would go and play. And it was really fun for me. Kids weren't allowed to work for that many hours, so we had like a game tent. And we got like an hour to go play games together, and I just thought it was so fun. Well, it was Baby Guess, so we wore a lot of denim. Like denim jackets and little shirts and stuff. Shirts with like little slogans on them. And now we're gonna play with some baby clothes. To represent my start in modeling. There's a little button. I actually should have said this earlier, but I actually started riding horses before I started modeling. Even like before I could walk or do anything, I was riding horses. We had a farm in Colorado, and my first pony was a miniature pony, and my mom had like a tiny saddle made in Holland, where she's from, so that I could ride. And I got bucked off every day, but it made me a good rider. I was never scared of horses. I was more fearless then than I am now. It's hard to say how many horses I've had, because sometimes you own a horse and sometimes you ride one for a little bit of time, or sometimes you ride it for someone else. So I've had connections with a lot of different horses that I feel like were mine, but weren't really. There's a lot of them. But recently, I bought back a horse that I rode when I was like 15 years old that I competed on, and we won a lot together, and he went on to teach a lot of kids and even took a lot of adults, like older adults, and was really good to them. So now we have him at my farm, and he just is retired, and I take him on trail rides and stuff. Now we're gonna play with horse things. Horseshoes. I used to have, like when my horses would get shod, I used to take their hooves and hang them on my like bedboard in my room. Nail them. Now this is a bridle. I could teach you about all the parts of the bridle, but I don't know if you want to know it. Okay. Whose bridle is this? Alright. this is the bit. And when the horses play with it in their mouth, it actually calms them down. They like the taste of the metal. And so when you hear them chomping on the bit, it like sounds like this. Then the leather. The leather doesn't really make that many sounds. What about this one? This is called the nose band. And pretty much all of these things sound the same probably when you put them together. In 2014, I had my first fashion week. And my first show at Fashion Week was a show I'm not gonna say, so you can't look it up. And it was disastrous. Because no one ever taught me how to walk before. And I think that's what people don't realize. Like, I learned as I, started doing it, and I still learn every day that I'm on the runway. And you can try and make fun of me for it. But the designers want me in their show, so I just try to get better. Now we're gonna listen to some shoes on a catwalk. Okay. My first show I ever opened was the same week in 2013. It was the Jeremy Scott show. And he gave me so much confidence. It made me feel so good. And I feel like from then I've been getting better. So thanks, Jeremy. I love you. Okay. You know what's hard? Walking like you walk in shoes with your feet. Maybe with your hands. Also shoes. Also, what people don't understand is how much pain we all go through during the shows with the shoes. All the girls, it's kind of like what brings us together in sisterhood is that each show has a different kind of pain level and experience and hardship with the shoes. And they don't always have your size, and sometimes you have to edit your own foot pads so that your foot doesn't slide around. Also, sometimes the shoes aren't made yet to be sold. They're just fake shoes for the runway. We're not naming any names, though. Something I love to do is cook, and a couple years ago, I was on MasterChef and I won. So, now we're gonna listen to some cooking sounds. Baking sounds, I should say. I only make things from scratch, but I have to say that I think sometimes the taste of a packaged cake is very fun and reminiscent of childhood. And so I appreciate the packaged cake today. If we're going back to my childhood. Okay. So whisk. I don't think that works with bowls. Eggs. I'm a really good cook, but I don't think I can crack it with one hand still. But we're gonna try. Nice. never whisked my eggs before out of the can. Okay, eggs. So since I'm doing the holiday issue with W, we're gonna open a gift. Okay. I like to save wrapping paper, so I'm really careful when I open gifts. I think wrapping paper is pretty. Okay. I can't do anything with these nails. That I designed with Stuart Weitzman, and a lot of the proceeds went to Pencils of Promise, and together we built about 80 schools with everyone's support of the Gigi boots, and this was the second one called the I Love in Guatemala, Ghana, and Laos. So these are the I Love Moors, and this talks about how I designed these because I put the evil eye on them too, as a symbol of power against evil things and just keeping good energy near you and not letting bad energy into your life. So they all have evil eyes on them to protect whoever's wearing them. Because inside they have, you can feel it, you can hear it. They're soft inside so your toes don't get cold. You can wear them in the fall. The top is suede, and then the evil eye detail is leather.